Hey, what's going on, folks? This King Kunja, aka Glenn Fisher, coming back again with another morning message on my way to work. I have to put it out there. I didn't work out this morning. Day 4, didn't wake up. Wasn't so much an excuse. I do take off 2 days a week. I'm one for healing, just to rest the body and things like that. But I'm not completely taking off. Like, my day off is not really a day off. I'm not doing anything. Day off is like going from 2 to 3 workouts in a day to 1 workout a day. So I will get in a 22-minute hit cardio during my lunch break. So that is a day off. I still gotta burn fat. Why? Because I'm consuming energy. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I'm consuming energy, I gotta burn something. You take some in, you gotta send it out. So I'm gonna do something today. I had a hiccup yesterday. Had to take my mom to the emergency room. It wasn't nothing extreme. She had having some physical challenges. We just went to go rule out scenarios just to make sure it wasn't nothing really severe. And doctors checked her out and come to find out it wasn't nothing to be really concerned about. But anytime there's pain, there's still a concern. So at least the doctor admitted they didn't know. I hate when doctors' ego gets so big they will not admit, I don't know. Like, dude, you don't know everything. But anyway, that's not the purpose of the video. The purpose of the video is, you know what? I really didn't even have a purpose this morning. It's all good though, because today is great. Why is it great? Because I have life. I woke up this morning, so that was a blessing. That means I have one more opportunity to get things right, one more opportunity to be better than yesterday, one more opportunity to continue to walk in my purpose, to correct my wrongs, get better, evolve, transform, etc., etc. One of the things I do in the morning, I know, back in the day, well, some people, turn on the news and watch the news, man. I gotta feed my soul. I gotta feed my ambition. I gotta educate myself. So one of the guys that I watch in the morning now lately is this dude named Gary Vaynerchuk. Man, that dude is like serious entrepreneur. Out of New York. He made his he got, he was always a businessman. He kind of got known on YouTube from inheriting, taking his parents' wine business to another level using YouTube. So he's like this digital media, social media giant, and using digital social media marketing to enhance your brand and so forth. So learning a lot from this dude. To me, I treat that like education. Reason being is that we got to invest in ourselves. It's good to dream. It's good to create a goal, create a purpose. But we got to be committed and disciplined to doing what we can to educate ourselves, to enhance our skill set and our knowledge base in order to achieve those goals. To say that, I want to be in the NBA right now. Now, the whole say you can do anything you want to do, you put your mind to it. Yeah, that's true to a degree. But you still gotta, I ain't gonna say, I don't like to say be realistic, but you still gotta know what your skill set is. That's not my skill set. I'm not a good basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Not at the level of, making it to the NBA. Hell, I probably wouldn't even make a high school team right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to know what your skill set is. You got to know what you're good at. And that's what he's real big on that. So that's one of the guys I follow, Gary Vaynerchuk. Another guy I follow, this brother named Mike Rashid. A guy that's top in the fitness industry. I love that dude. I love his energy. I love his attitude. I love his personality, his perspective. Cause it ain't just about fitness with him. It ain't just about lifting weights and do this to get your shoulders big and your chest big. I mean, he posts workout videos. He give fitness advice because that's his foundation. But the dude give a lot of life perspective too. He opens up the world so you can kind of get into his mind and stuff like that. So, and I love his entrepreneurial spirit. Like, the dude, in my opinion, I love how he's entrepreneur with this fitness industry. He just opened up a gym in Miami, Iron Addicts Miami. which was originally created by C.T. Fletcher. So I followed that dude. I love that dude. You know, so I try to follow people who's winning. Why? Because I plan to win. I'm gonna win. So I got to look at who's winning. You know what I'm saying? I want to look at who's winning, and those two guys are winning. So those are the two of the top guys that, you know, that I pay a lot of attention to. Mike Rashid and Gary Vaynerchuk. I like those two dudes, man. They're very inspirational. I'm always inspired when I watch their videos. You know, when I get inside their head. You know. So yeah, man. You know, not even just about career or business wise, man. You know. Take time out for your own self-development, you know, and just enhance your knowledge in life. You know what I'm saying? I always believe, start with knowledge yourself. Start with knowing who you are personally, you know, knowing who you are spiritually, knowing who you are mentally, psychologically, and historically and culturally. Who are you? Where your ancestors from? And how and what role does that play in your personality now? And what responsibilities you have to your tribe, to your ethnic group, to your culture, you know, so that you know, those are things that you want to do, man. Like, you know, and starting from there, starting from those roots, that tree will grow to gaining knowledge of other things. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge itself should be the first thing, the first foundation of any other knowledge you take in, because you're going to cross-reference whatever else you learn to yourself, to how you know yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you study physics, study chemistry, study neurology, study psychology, sociology, whatever subject, you're gonna cross-reference that to you, to yourself. You know, you are the prime meridian of your universe. You understand? Of your world, of your earth, so to speak. You know, so I take advantage of try to learn anything, man. You know, my degree's in history, but I don't restrict myself to my institutional education. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it is. So just institutional education. I am a student of life. I am a student of Ifa. Ifa is the spiritual tradition I practice. So, you know, learning every day is like a requirement, you know. So, you know, one day I might be bored and be like, you know, I don't know anything about neurology. So, you know, while I'm working, I'm just going to pull up a lecture on neurology so I can learn how neurons and learn how the brain work from a neurological perspective. Or one day I may say, you know what, I want a better understanding of hypertension. You know what role does sodium and, you know, salt and the body and high blood pressure and all of that. I don't know any of that, so I may educate myself on that. You know, so every day try to learn something new, try to enhance your knowledge base, try to enhance your understanding about life, the world, yourself. Because you know what, when you go to a tech store or a electronic store and you buy a flash drive, everybody know what a flash drive is. You know, you can buy a 5 gig, 8 gig, 15 gig flash drive, right? But which means that it has a limit to how much space it can hold, like your phone or your computer. It's a limit to how much space that those devices can hold, which means that if you got a 8 gig flash drive, no matter how many documents, videos, or music you put on it, when it get to that limit, it's going to tell you, it's going to say, hey, you have reached the limit. So either A, you got to delete some stuff, or you got to go buy a new flash drive. You never went into a store and saw an infinite flash drive, a flash drive where you put in and say it's infinity, that you can put as much information on it and it'll never reach capacity, because it doesn't exist physically at this time, not to my knowledge. But actually one does exist, and that's our brain, yo. Our brain is an infinite flash drive. Our brain will hold as much information, knowledge, as we are willing to give it. As much we are willing to give it. So I'm like, wow, if we can put as much as information we want in there, and there's no capacity, then I should be putting stuff in it every day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is what my ancestors did in ancient Kemet. What's known today as Egypt. You know, when they built civilizations like ancient Kemet and Nubia and so forth, they understood that, you know, the capacity of our brain is infinite, and the things that it could do could be amazing if we apply what's up there. You know, so when I read that kind of history, that inspires me, you know, to just enhance my knowledge base, and you know, and I just want to contribute to the world, man. You know, contribute to the balancing of the world. You know, not acquiring all of that just for ego, just to say, hey, I know this. You know, I wanted to be applicable. I wanted to be productive, so that, you know, when somebody come to me and ask my perspective on something and say, hey, you know, this is bothering me or whatever, I want to be able to have a different area that I can pull from. You know, somebody say, hey, I'm not feeling well, or I'm depressed or something like that. I can say, hey, well, you know what? I've been studying neurology. You know, so now I have a physiological or neurological understanding of depression or behavior. Or, you know, if I study, you know, one day how the environment impacts a person's behavior or mood. So now I can pull from that. You know, not to be definitely an expert or anything or PhD, but just from my own understanding, you know.